And here we go. Here we go. Here we are with another Friday. Another week goes by, right? And so, question for you is: did you guys have a good week? How was your week? Did you get up to anything fun? And also, how was your food week? So my question is, how was your food week on a scale from 1 to 10, right? So my food week was from 1 to 10, I would say about a 7. Guys, give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Billing, hey, Bilin Ahmed, here you go. Jessica, perfect. Okay, so I'm okay with having a food week that's about a 7, right? Because it's okay, right? It's just okay. Hi. I'd be happy with a 10, but you kind of know how that goes, right? So, guys, I got to go to a super cool event on Saturday, and it was a keto retreat, and there were 5 amazing speakers. Hey, Corey. And there was a ketogenic lunch, so low-carb lunch, right, served. So it was this beautiful lunch. It was a big salad bar, and it had chicken and egg and bacon and cheese, and it had a beautiful dessert. They had blackberries with whipped cream and chocolate truffle fat bombs. Pretty damn cool and yummy. Hey, Cheryl. Cheryl, what about that cruise you're going on and inviting people to? How cool is that? So anyways, when I was at this event last Saturday, there were some super cool booths that were selling their wares, right? And I picked you guys up some things to show you. Hey, Beverly and Brittany. Hello, Cheryl. Christina is logging on. Hey, Christina. So you guys want to see what I got for you at the keto retreat or the low carb retreat last Saturday? Should I show you? Okay, check out some of these items I bought. Now listen, I don't condone eating these items, okay? Now, the reason why I don't think they're awesome things is because if they're in my house, I'm going to eat them all, right? So if I'm going to buy a bag of chocolate keto bark with almonds, you know what? This stuff is going to call me all night long. So I don't like to have it in my house, right? I don't always condone replacements, but sometimes I'm going to give into it. Okay, enough about me. Okay, check this out. You see this? Love My Buns. Now, this is a company, a local company here in Canada, but you can get these things online. And you guys over in the US, oh my goodness, you have way more cool low-carb stuff than I have. Okay, so Love My Buns. This is bread. Now check this out. It was frozen a little while ago. It comes in a bag, one on top of the other, and it's frozen, like packed on top of each other. Check out this beautiful bread. Check this out. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my God, it's so yummy. This is why I don't keep it in the house too much, because it's way too yummy. So this beautiful thing, let me tell you what's in it. Okay. Okay, what's in it here? We have eggs, coconut flour, golden flax meal, psyllium husk, apple cider vinegar, baking soda, and sea salt. Lovely. The ingredients in, the carbohydrate count here, 12 grams of carbohydrate, by which 8 grams are fibers. So guess what? It's only 4 net carbs for this serving. It's pretty darn big, isn't it? Look at the size of it. Okay, super cool. It's really good. It actually has, it's got a spongy texture. It's still a little bit frozen right now, though. Okay, so that's my super cool find. And another super cool find was, check this out, guys. Hey, Janelle. You see these tortillas? Look how big they are. They're like 2 times the size of my head, right? Now we know sometimes low carb food replacements aren't all they're cracked out to be, right? We know that, right? I mean, chaffles are pretty good, but you know what? It's not a waffle. Sorry. They're pretty good, though. Okay. Here in this monster tortilla, we have, okay, let me tell you the calorie count. Calories are 120. So 120 for that huge monster tortilla. And here, the ingredients are the same: coconut flour, psyllium husk, golden flax meal, pea protein, and sea salt. That's it. Carb count is 5 grams of net carbs, 17 grams minus the fiber, which is 13 grams. You have, 4 grams. Well, my math is kind of sucking. 4 grams of net carbs. It's pretty awesome, no? You like? Thumbs up, you guys like those? Pretty cool? Hey, Miriam. Hey, Ann Julie. Okay, so then I bought this other thing that is even way cooler. You see this? This is keto baking mix. So it's a low carb. Let's not use keto so much, right? It's a low carb. So you can, there's online, I go to this website. You can go to it, www.lovemybuns.ca. And there they have videos, and they have like 40 different recipes that you use this flour to make the recipes. So in this flour, there's only a few things: coconut flour, flaxseed, psyllium husk, sea salt, and baking soda. That's it. Hi, Angeli. So this is pretty cool. You guys can get this on Amazon as well. Huh, what do you think? Pretty cool, no? Maybe not this brand, but pretty close to this brand. Yeah, and so I can make the tortillas at home, and I can make those buns at home. So that's kind of cool. I like that. What do you think? Good? One more thing I wanted to show you. Oh, you know what I did just to compare? I took regular white bread, okay? Regular ugly white bread, right? And then I took the bun, right? The nutrition on the bun here, okay? And so carbohydrate count, the calories, 200 calories and 2 pieces of bread, right? Hey, Valentina, how was that climate change march? Like tens of thousands of people marching for global, what, tell me about it here, Valentina. Okay, so 190 calories in one bun, 200 calories in 2 pieces of ugly white bread. Okay, carbohydrate count here is 4 grams of carbs. The carbohydrate count here is, where is it? 39 grams. 39 grams. There's only 1 gram of fiber. Let's just call it 39 grams, right? Which means that this product, the bun here, this bun to make your nice tuna sandwich on or whatever you want to do, this here is 1 teaspoon of sugar. That's the equivalent to 4 grams of carbohydrate, okay? This 2 pieces of white bread has the equivalent of 10 teaspoons of sugar. Isn't that awful? Anyways, I wanted to share that. I thought that was kind of a cool thing to know. Okay, here we go. I'm going to be coming at you live next. Hi, Matt. I'm going to come to you live next week from California, right? I'm going to an obesity help convention, and you guys see this? This is my speech. 50 minutes, adapting to a ketogenic diet, adapting to a ketogenic lifestyle post-bariatric surgery. So I will see you live. I'm going to stream the talk I'm giving. It's a big crowd. It's going to be about 1,000 people there. I'm going to stream live from the ballroom at the Delta Marriott. And so it's going to be at 2 p.m. my talk starts. So I will be logging on. I will be on the East Coast. It'll be 5 p.m. Okay, right on. So enough about me, and let's get on to today's topic. Oh, do me a favor. If you guys see the video, make a comment on it next week. Show a sister some love, because I need your support to go out there and do this big talk that I'm doing over in Anaheim, California. Hey, Heather. Okay, so I know, lifestyle, right? Lifestyle. It's the buzzword of 2019, right? We hear it everywhere we go. We know what we should do. We know we should be adapting to a healthier overall lifestyle after bariatric surgery, right? We know this, right? Oh, you're welcome, Cheryl. Thanks. Yeah, I like to bring these things to you, and I like when you guys find something cool and you share it with me. That's awesome. Thank you. So I think that sometimes when a word or a phrase is overused, it stops doing what it's supposed to do. For example, the word keto is overused, right? We don't give enough airplay to, we use that too much. We don't give enough airplay to the phrase low carb, right? I mean, what happens when we hear these phrases over and over and over again, it's supposed to impact the way that we crave change, right? I think that, hey, Zandria, the lifestyle trend is so perfect, but I hear it so often that sometimes it comes in one ear and it goes straight out the other ear, right? I mean, we already know that diets don't work. So tell me, guys, what do you think about that? Diets don't work, right? I mean, we've been on thousands of diets, and if they work so well, then why is there even a need for bariatric surgery, right? And why are we always continuing to start a diet on Monday morning? I mean, I do it. I'm totally guilty of this also, right? Why is it that we think that we can continue with the same lifestyle changes post-surgery without making any real change, right? I mean, this is a way, for sure, to have a regain, okay? And I think it needs to be discussed in detail. So, Beling, I can't get my head around the ketogenic diet. No, I understand you, Beling. I totally get that. Bear with me. Next week, when I'm in California and I'm doing my talk, Adapting to a Ketogenic Post-Surgery, you're going to dive really deep into the topic of insulin with me. And I really want you to take a moment to have an aha moment, because if we can understand how insulin works in our bodies, then we can understand how and why it's so important to be adapting. Forget about the word keto, call it low carb. Because I think that when we say the word keto, it makes people think about measuring their ketones or loading up, hey Elena, or loading up on fat or doing all these things to raise our ketones, when actually what we should be doing is focusing more on just keeping the carbs low. Okay, Sheri. Hey, Sheri. Shawnee, thanks for logging on. So I was just talking about things that need to be talked in detail before bariatric surgery, right? It's about the lifestyle changes. But if you didn't make the right lifestyle changes post-surgery, not all is lost. It doesn't mean it's lost. It means we can start making those important changes that we need together today, right? Beling says, yes, it's complicated. I think I will gain weight. No. The thing with, I don't want to get too off topic, but the thing with this is that eating fat doesn't make you fat, okay? Eating fat tastes great and it's extremely satisfying. It's the eating carbohydrates and eating the sugar that raises the insulin levels, okay? Insulin is a hormone. It's our fat storage hormone, and it creates hunger, cravings, and fat storage also, okay? So yeah, it's complicated, but this is a lifelong process where we learn about eating. We've been given a lot of bad advice by a lot of people for a long time. I think it's really time that we take charge and we change that. Okay. So when I think of a holistic point of view, because I'm a holistic nutritionist, right? It's not only about the food we eat. If you guys think that weight gain and weight loss is just about food, it's wrong. It's about the water we drink. It's about our sleeping patterns, our exercises choices, our Zandria. My biggest struggle is calories. How many can we have with low carb? Okay, I think that calories is an important measure, right? But I think that also we are too focused on the amount of calories. I think that if we just make the change, natural, good quality food, that the calories become less important. Because how much chicken breast and broccoli can you really eat in one sitting, right? Is it enough to really worry about the calorie count? So with low carb, I mean, obviously also you don't want to be eating 4,000 calories a day, right? You want to try to keep it. If you're trying to lose weight, the goal is to keep them, 1,200 calories a day, more or less. But you know what? There's a lot more involved. It's also about, like I was saying, it's about like the water that weight loss is about like the water we drink, the sleeping patterns, the kind of choices we make with our exercises, our stress levels. We're just a lot more than just the food that we eat, right? Ricky, hey, thanks for watching. Hey, Adela. Let's look at sleep. Okay, let's just take sleep. Now, bear with me for a second, okay? This is my personal story. If I have a crappy night's sleep and I like toss and turn and scroll on my phone and do things I shouldn't be doing all night long, I know that the next day, you know what's going to happen? I'm going to be craving carbohydrates. That's what's going to happen. That's my personal story. So if I'm tired, I'm going to reach for more coffee, right? I'm going to drink more coffee. I'm going to try to pick myself up with food, right? Also, you know what happens is when Susan comes into the office with a box of donuts, I'm going to have less control over whether I'm going to eat the donut or not. So if you're bringing donuts in the office, cut it out, okay? You know what I mean? Okay, so what about stress, right? Let's take stress, for example. If I'm feeling stressed out and my anxiety levels are super high, the first place I'm going to look for comfort is through food. I mean, some people might look for alcohol. Some people might be smoking dope, or I don't know, whatever they do to control their... But for me personally, I'm going to reach for food, right? I can be stressed out and eat an entire bag of chips and not even realize what I've done, and the whole bag is empty, right? Hey, Radessa. Anjali, very true. I always have trouble sleeping. So if you have trouble sleeping, Anjali, I guarantee you that you are craving carbohydrates. You know, not sleeping correctly puts stress on the body. And when you have stress, you have higher cortisol levels. And when your cortisol levels are higher, you're hungrier. It's not your fault that you're hungrier. Hey, Jackie. Hello, Radessa. Okay. So I'm a stress eater. If I plop down, for example, in the evening in front of the TV, who's guilty? Hands up, who's guilty plopping down in front of the TV at the end of the day? Sandra, I sleep 4 hours a night, Monday to Friday to Miami. Oh, I'm so sorry. Goodness. Sandra, I want you to Google sleep hygiene. Sleep hygiene. You have to make this a priority. Self-care, self-love. But you know what I think about self-care today? I don't think about getting my nails done or fixing my hair. My hair's looking like a rat's nest right now. I don't think about those things. When I think about self-care, I think about meal prepping. I think about making sure I turn off the TV at 10 o'clock and go to bed. Go to bed. Put it like a priority. I'm also a night owl. I'm dead tired at 6 p.m. Let me tell you, at 11 o'clock at night, I don't want to go to sleep. It's crazy. Jessim, I can't sleep more than 5 hours. Always so tired. I'm 42. Thank you for this. Yeah. You know what's going to happen? You and me and Zandria will wake up in the morning. We're tired. We reach for the caffeine. Then we reach for something else to pick us up. And we're going to be hungrier if we're not sleeping right. Hey, Ginger. Right, Zandra? Yep. Okay, let's talk about the Netflix. Plopping myself down in front of the TV. I'm going to have a hard time controlling my munchies, especially if I'm tired and especially if I'm stressed out and watching TV. For me, Raza, hey, Ginger. For me, TV and snacks go hand in hand, right? I mean, I can eat a salad and do 10 out of 10 all day long. And if I sit down in front of the TV, I can eat a whole day's worth of calories or carbs or whatever in one big Netflix session, right? Who out there is the same? Hi, Raza. Hi, Sandra. Me too. Yep. Multiply that by 4 or 5 nights a week. And what do you got? I think you got weight gain, right? You got weight gain, right? So if I'm hungry and I choose something, let's say I'm hungry in front of the TV and I choose something higher in carbohydrate department, you know what's going to happen? Okay, that's what I want to talk about. Food choices. So if I intentionally eat Susan's damn donut that she brought in the office, you know what's going to happen is I'm going to be hungrier an hour later, right? I'm going to be starving. So if I choose, one food decision for me leads to the next food decision to me leads to the next food decision. And that's why if you go out for lunch and you eat a piece of pizza, you know what's going to happen? I'm going to eat like crap for dinner and I'm going to be snacking on all kinds of crap all night long. And Julie, I feel like you're telling my life story. I thought I was original, Anjali. I thought it was only me. Oh, thanks, Booling. That's really sweet. I do it every Friday. Sometimes I don't want to come live, and I think to myself, you know, damn it, Sheri, go live because you're offering information, and we're talking. This is our place to chat about it. Raza, I'm glad I'm in this live. I just started to change my ways of eating. Good for you. Good for you. I have some questions for you in a little bit, Raza. I'm going to ask you a few questions. Hey, Jacqueline. So, if I choose to eat like crap in the morning, I'm going to set myself up. I'm going to eat like crap all day long. You know, it starts with maybe a crappy decision at breakfast, Susan's donut, and it turns into a piece of pizza, and the pizza is going to take me to a bag of chips and Netflix, right? I need the first food decision to be a good food decision, or if not, my day is destroyed. So, if I eat like crap in the evening, what do you guys think about this? If I eat like crap in the evening, what happens is the next day I wake up and I'm starving hungry. I have to eat. Raza, I'm new to this healthy lifestyle. Good for you. Good for you. Yeah, taking control. It's called self-care, self-love, right? So I use intermittent fasting like a tool for health purposes, right? And if I eat like crap the day before, and I'm carb loading the day before, the next day it makes it really hard to pursue intermittent fasting. It makes it really hard. And this is what I mean by, Bling says it's true, it's true, it's true. Hi, Linda. My bad evening food decisions sets me up for a terrible, uncomfortable morning of intermittent fasting. It makes me really unhappy. So those are some of my bad habits, as you can see. It's the lifestyle choice that leads to the eating, right? It's not only about the eating. Andrea, Pat, does that make sense to you? Like, does that make sense? Do you get that? Now, if we want to backtrack, I'm going to backtrack this now. Remember I said what happens when I have a bad night's sleep? How I'm craving the next day donuts and coffee. Okay, now what happens if I have a good night's sleep, right? If I have a good night's sleep, I have more control over the decisions, the food decisions that I make all day long. I'm going to be better in control, right? I'm going to feel better. So sleeping, guys, you hear this? Sleeping, it's a lifestyle choice, right? I can watch TV until midnight, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, or I can decide, turn off the damn TV, limit your screen time, turn off at 10 o'clock, go to bed, Sheri, go to bed, right? You know what I mean, right? Yeah, Billing says it's our minds that control us. Why can't we set our heads straight and say, you know what, instead of getting my nails done for self-care, I'm going to turn that TV off at 10 p.m. and go to bed. I'm going to get the sleep that I need so that tomorrow I can make better food decisions and not want to drink 15 cups of coffee, right? Hey, Marcy. So my stress levels, right? We all have stress, right? I mean, it's just, if we didn't have stress, we wouldn't be normal, right? So I can and I should better control my stress levels. I know this. If I'm not feeling so stressed, then I'm not going to be stress eating. I don't know about you guys, but if you ever had a stressful moment and then turned around the next minute and you've just finished a bag of chips, but you don't even remember eating it because you were so stressed out. Hello, stress eating, right? So I can decide to have less stress. I can decide to breathe better, take 5 breaths, take my shoulders from here and drop them down. I can decide to upload an app on my phone, like something like Calm, so I can chill myself out. I can get, control it a little bit better, right? Or I can call my sister, or I can get a self-help book, or I can learn just to better control my stress. I decide to remain stressed out. And if I decide that, stress eating is going to occur, right? I mean, how can you beat that? Dottie, nice to see you. What about my Netflix addiction? Who has a Netflix addiction? Boy, when I cut the cord on cable TV, I thought I was just a rock and roll star. I thought, oh, my life's going to get better. I'm not going to watch so much TV, right? You know what happened? I think it happened to all of us, right? We cut the cord on the cable and we started watching Netflix, and we don't even have to get up, through the commercials anymore. Jacqueline, I have a timer on my iPad to go to bed at 12 and a timer to get me up at 9, and it works very well for me. Good for you. You know that you need to turn off the damn TV or iPad or whatever it is and go to bed, right? Good for you. Hey, Krista. So my Netflix addiction leads me to say that right now I'm binging Sopranos, right? I love The Sopranos. I've seen it before, but I've never seen every episode in a row, right? So I know that I'm going to be eating while watching The Sopranos, right? Sheri, Kim, there you are. Nice to see you. So I'm going to be eating all the food while I'm watching my latest and greatest Netflix series. I mean, hands up. Who's guilty of this? Show me hands up. Who does this? I'm sure that I'm not the only one, right? What I should do, when I'm a good girl and when I go to bed early and I know I'm going to have a Netflix binge, is I prepare my healthy snacks ahead of time so that I'm not reaching for the chips. My damn husband might sit beside me and eat chips, so that really bothers me. It's hard, right? But I'll make like a chia seed pudding. I'll cut up some vegetables, make a healthy dip. There's all kinds of things I can do to prepare for that. Krista, hey girl. Or you know what's even better? I could just go for a walk or take a yoga class or maybe find a hobby that doesn't include 4 or 5 hours of Netflix, right? It's like my Netflix indulgence. Hey, Krista, yeah, preparing. Krista says, great idea. Yeah, preparing your snacks, filling snacks, so you don't feel deprived, but getting ready. So I've been talking now for 24 minutes, right? The video's almost over. I wanted to come live today, and I wanted to talk about those. You know what? Sometimes people reach out to me and they say to me, you know what, Sheri, I'm doing everything right. My diet's right on. Everything's perfect. I'm not losing the weight, right? And I look at the food logs and I think to myself, you know what? They really are doing a really good job, right? Let's talk about sleep. And so when I start to dig a little bit deeper, how are you sleeping? And they say to me, I'm sleeping 4 hours a night. That's boo. We know right there what's happening, right? When you don't sleep well, Your body creates a stress response. High cortisol levels makes it difficult to lose weight even when you're eating like a bunny rabbit. What kind of snacks, Raza, what kind of snacks do you recommend? So, snack foods. So, nuts and seeds, right? Be careful, right? Because you have to be careful of the amount that you eat, right? I like berries, so blackberries, blueberries, raspberries, strawberries. Cheese, curds, but these are snacks that are really high also in calories, so you have to be careful, right? Chia seed pudding is one of my go-tos. So chia seed, almond milk, stevia, berries, maybe a couple of nuts. Stir that up, put it in the fridge. In a couple of hours, it turns to a beautiful chia seed pudding. That's just a few of the snacks. I might make a really beautiful vegetable soup, so I could be eating that if I get munchy. Okay, so to end the video today, right? Lifestyle choices. Those lifestyle choices that I make and that you make, they greatly influence the foods that you eat, right? But it's not just about the food. It's about why I'm eating the food and when I'm eating the food. When are you eating the food? Is it midnight watching Netflix? I think we have to be aware of that phenomena, right? Before we can make shifts to a life that looks different. So I know that I need to make some changes in my lifestyle. Right? Like I say right now, I'm about a 7 out of 10 right now. So I need to make those changes to support the way I want my life to look. So I'm 49 next month. I have 12 months. I have some goals, right? I have to support the way I want my life to look and the way that I want to feed myself, right? My food decisions. So I would love if you guys put it right here or text me or hit me up in Messenger, and if you tell me about your lifestyle choices, right? And what you can improve on. I told you mine. Hey Kelly, it's your turn to tell me about yours. I want to start a positive discussion. I think that these discussions can lead to positive changes, right? Or tell me, I think Razda told me earlier, tell me about the positive changes that you've implemented recently, like you said to me, starting a more healthy lifestyle, starting to eat better. I want to know. I want to know from you guys. Okay, so I'm going to see you next Friday, October 4th. I'm going to be streaming live from California, from the Delta Marriott in Anaheim at the Obesity Help Convention. There's going to be a lot of people watching live or in the audience. So do a sister a favor and give me some thumbs up and some love when you're watching that video, or sorry, that live presentation I'm giving. It's 5 p.m. On the East Coast. It'll be 2 p.m. in California. And that's about all I have to say today. So I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. I hope that you do something, give yourself some self-love, some self-care. You guys rock. Keep doing what you're doing, and I'd love to hear from you. I'll see you next weekend live from California. Bye, guys. Bye.